What's going to be really interesting is their next match, Frank, which is against Leicester. And we saw Leicester today move up to second in the table with a 2-0 victory over Southampton. And it's chalk and cheese. When you look at Leicester, there's a plan there. You can see what the plan is. You can see what Brendan Rodgers is expecting of his players. And I know that he's had longer to deal with them and he hasn't had the influx of new players over the summer. Yet still, this is going to be a real test for Chelsea coming up, isn't it?
Yes, it's going to be a big test because, Leicester, if I recall properly, I put in the top 6, but behind Chelsea. But I think I maybe mixed it up because Leicester is second in the league right now and deserve completely to be in that position because the involvement of the players, the ideas of the tactical ideas of Rodgers are there too, and we see the commitment of everybody. And the way they play, when they structure the game, how they pace it up, at a certain point, and how they think about football. I mean, the last 15, 20 minutes, we saw Southampton trying to get back into the game and equalize. We saw Leicester defending properly, very much properly, and playing in counter-attack. And Tielemans, which I saw playing for Monaco and being completely all over the place, really awful, being the top man. Maddison comes back to his best. Vardy does what he has to do. The young Fofana, who I saw playing for Saint-Etienne, is fantastic. I've been substitute today, but did the job. Everybody does the job and they play all together. They play all together. That's my main concern about Chelsea. And when I see Leicester playing soon against Chelsea, that's going to be a tricky game for Frankie and the players.
Craig?
Yeah, we saw, for those that watched the Leicester game, saw Vardy go off towards the end. It looked like he had a bit of a niggle, so we don't know how much of a problem that is, but the sort of Leicester plan disintegrates somewhat if he's not available. But let's just say he's going to be okay. If this Leicester team, and look, this was a victory for Chelsea today, but it doesn't get Frank Lampard off the hook. He knows that. And if this Leicester team were to dismantle them, and they've already done that to Manchester City this year, a City side who have been clearly better defensively, they took them apart with the counter-attacking football that Frank was talking about, then Chelsea are going to have to figure this out. Otherwise, Frank Lampard's owners could be looking at the Leicester manager, who I think most of us agree is a very experienced and good coach, and he's getting linked with numerous jobs. They might just look to him and say, I'll tell you what, he used to work here. He's doing a great job, again, at another club. I think we could be doing a bit better with him. So Lampard needs to figure this out. And, if they get it wrong against this Leicester side and Vardy's fit, they could easily dismantle you because, let's be honest, in the second half today, they should have had 3 or 4, but the finishing was poor. But if Vardy's fit and they suck Chelsea onto them, they will hit you on the counter-attack. And that's going to be another headache for Lampard to figure out. So listen, it's a good Saturday night for him because it's 3 points, but the next one is around the corner. And he knows he's on the hot seat. There's no doubt about that. He's not a stupid guy. He knows what's needed. It's results, and he needs a lot of them.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.